Hey, and welcome to Zanpakuto Explained, the series where I try to explain every Zanpakuto in the Bleach series, and today we're covering Suzumushi, the Zanpakuto of... Do you not remember his name, the blind guy? Tozen, Kaname Tozen, yeah. We're covering the Zanpakuto of Kaname Tozen, Suzumushi. So, basically, Suzumushi, in its sealed state, is a normal katana, and it has like a ring on it, like on its hilt. It has like a ring that's sticking out. And actually, there's a kind of a theme with Suzumushi. It actually doesn't change forms in Shikai or Bankai. It always actually stays the same, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, so its release command is Cry Suzumushi, and it makes a loud noise that knocks anybody out. Pretty cool. And it also has Suzumushi Nishiki Benihiko, which is its secondary ability, which he like swings the sword and then like a bunch of like swords, a bunch of like tiny swords. Well, not really tiny. There's a bunch of blades up here where he swung his sword and they shoot at the opponent. I do not know how those two abilities are connected, but I feel Tozen probably has more abilities. Because I do not see why he would have those two random abilities that do not connect to his Bankai at all. So I cannot see any reason. I can get his normal ability because it's like it deafens his opponent, which is sort of like his Bankai, which I'm getting into right now. I'm going to explain the connection between those in a second, why Kai Suzumushi is similar to his Bankai. So his Bankai is Suzumushi, Suishiki, Enma Kurogi. That's very weird to say. So yeah, so it basically it makes a dome. So like the ring from its like hilt I talked about earlier, it copies itself into like 8 different rings or whatever, and it makes a giant black dome. And basically what it does is inside the dome you cannot see, hear, I think you can feel stuff, but you can't see, hear, or sense spiritual energy, which unless you're holding the Zanpakuto, which for Tozen only a few. If someone took away his sword, he would only lose his hearing and sense, because he already is blind. But yeah, so that's kind of connected to Kai Suzumushi, the loud noise ability, because in his Bankai it takes away sense, and in his Shikai, his normal Shikai ability, it also takes away sense. So, do not know why he has the secondary ability of the blades. But yeah, so Suzumushi, Suishiki, and Makurogi is kind of useless. Because, like, any competent fighter can do what Kenpachi did and just take the sword and grab it when he gets stabbed. That's what any competent person would do. So, it's really a bad Zanpakuto. Even though I think I always kind of took Tozen as a pretty strong guy. I don't know why his Zanpakuto is so bad, but... Well, who knows? But you might see, oh, is this video only going to be 3 minutes, 30 seconds long? And... you might have forgotten this about Tozen if you've actually watched Bleach, but I do not think I have a big enough audience so people that haven't watched Bleach will watch this stuff. But yeah, so you might actually forgot this. Tozen eventually becomes holified and becomes like a perfected wizard or whatever. That's kind of how I like to explain it, at least. I don't know if the series ever actually delve into that, but yeah. So he's like the perfect wizard, or Hachi has the full power of Aranko's, where he can put on a hollow mask, and he has a resurrection, making this the first resurrection I'm covering in the series. I actually kind of if his resurrection didn't have Suzumushi in the name, I wasn't gonna cover it until it comes up in the manga, but it does actually have Suzumushi in the name, so unfortunately I do have to cover it in this video, making it the first resurrection in the series. So yeah, let's get into it. So it's called Suzumushi Hyakushiki Grillo, which I don't not good at Spanish, so maybe I'm pronouncing Grillo wrong, but basically he becomes a giant cricket, which is pretty cool. It actually looks very lame. He becomes a giant cricket, and it kind of gives him the normal like Aranka abilities where he can shoot arrows. He has higher speed, higher, like, defense. He has a healing factor, so he can, like, heal shit. And, he has a few techniques. he has one called Los Nueve Aspectos, where he draws a bunch of like circles or whatever with his claws, and it just makes like a sound wave that's really strong. Like a bunch of sound waves, I guess, but yeah, so that's pretty useful, I'd imagine. Um, and he has La Mirada, which is just his special version of the Sarah. And it charges like two sailors in front of his eyes, then it shoots. And kind of it with Suzumushi. It's because I like Tozen as a character, but his abilities are kind of lame. Like his Zanpakuto is lame, his Resurrection's lame. So much I like Tozen, I can't really talk about him very much. So yeah, the next video is going to be about Hyoin Maru.